I dedicate this presentation to my good friend and colleague, Mr. Atta. I speak today with a heavy heart. If anybody thought that joining Chatu was going to lower my resolve, was going to dampen my spirit, they were wrong. I'm going to go on. I am grateful to the IEA for giving me this platform to present the vision of the NDC as a party and myself as a leader of the party for a better Ghana when we assume office in January 2009. We know, ladies and gentlemen, that Ghanaians are at this time concerned about the future of our country. They are worried about the harsh living conditions. They are also worried about the upsurge in crime and, of course, the dramatic growth in narcotic trading in this country. I share their concerns, and as I go along, I'll tell you how we intend to assure them that the future is going to be better. There are some who argue that the election this year should be based on a comparison of the records of the various political parties and their candidates. We have no problem with this because we feel that if this comparison is fairly done, the NDC will come on top. And we are also certain that we'll perform even better when we assume the reins of government in January 2009. But distinguished ladies and gentlemen, who here can deny that the election is not about leadership and the qualities that the presidential candidate will be bringing to bear on the state of affairs of this country? Who can tell me that leadership and character, leadership and decency are mutually exclusive? It is not for nothing that in our electoral rules insist that parties indicate who is going to be their presidential candidate before the elections are held. Otherwise, they would just ask the parties to go for the elections, and after the elections, they decide on who is going to be the leader of the party. I bring to the table, ladies and gentlemen, my core values of truth, honesty, and humility. I would want to lead a government that is decent, truthful, honest, and caring. To mend the broken trust between elected officials and the people of this country. Indeed, due to political partisanship, over the years, our country has become polarized. Indeed, if you do not belong to the ruling party, you are discriminated against. Let me say this: I, Atta, will be president, not only of NDC, but of all the people of Ghana. Once the elections are over, we should all be united in a common cause with a common objective. There's no need to make any distinction. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have said this before. This country is not short of blueprints and plans for development. The problem is with implementation, which is easily traceable to leadership. Sometimes we lack the political will. There are instances where we have beautiful policies, but we overstate the successes. Sometimes, even before policies are implemented, or before they finish the implementation, government ministers rush to announce successes just to score very cheap political points. And yet we know that the effectiveness of a policy depends on the willingness to accept feedback so that implementation strategies can be honed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good governance means fairness. Indeed, leadership must strive for the common good. I will not rig the economy to benefit my relations, my family, my close friends, and members of my party. Indeed, those of us who subscribe to the social democracy theory believe that it is the responsibility of the government to take care of those who are underprivileged and marginalized. Because as you can see, these fingers are not equal. And we believe that we should be each other's keeper. Those on the other side also insist that it should be the survival of the fittest. They say that it should be each man for himself and God for us all. We consider this unacceptable. But even more unacceptable to us is the statement that it is each man for himself and God for us, the select few. My brothers and sisters, fairness is being gradually lost in our society. When we were in power, we implemented a policy. When, say, there were funds in the road fund, we would distribute them by equal percentage to contractors whom we owed so that they could keep their businesses afloat. That to us was fairness. What do we see now? The discrimination that is going on in our society. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my candid view that government should be a tool in the service of the people. It should not be an instrument to aid people who want to loot state coffers or acquire illegal wealth. That is why I have said, and it bears repeating, that Atta will crack the whip when any of my appointees crosses the line or does anything that smacks of illegality and corruption. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good governance also means that the government must be alive to its responsibilities. The government must solve ordinary problems confronting the people. The government must be interested in the welfare of the people and what is going to achieve and inure to the common good. We have some problems in this country. Water is a rare commodity. You are lucky if water runs through your pipe continuously for 1 week. It will be a miracle. Electricity supply is as erratic as ever. And yet, nobody seems to be doing anything about especially the water situation. It is pathetic to see children and women walk long distances to fetch water. A government that is caring must indeed be interested in